Be still. Something rare is happening right now, and almost no one's talking about it. Not because they're unaware, but because they've already been silenced by it. This isn't just July 25th. This is 25/25th, a mirrored gateway, a divine checkpoint, a timeline split where your next chapter either accelerates or collapses. And here's the twist. This shift has nothing to do with light. In fact, the most important energy of this portal is being completely withheld. Most people are watching numbers, signs, angel codes. But this time, the signal isn't showing up where you expect it. And if you miss where it actually is, you'll mistake spiritual silence for safety and walk straight past the most powerful alignment of the year. So before we even begin, I want you to do something intentional. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and drop the number 77 in the comments if your soul has been feeling something shifting beneath the surface. Even if you can't name it yet. When you do, you're not just interacting with a video, you're letting the algorithm know that this message must spread to those who are silently going through this too. This isn't entertainment. This is a warning encoded in language the soul can understand. Because here's the deeper truth. This portal won't reveal itself through fireworks or angelic downloads. It moves in the background through repetition, resistance, emotional flatness, and delayed clarity. Most people miss it because they expect clarity to feel good. But transformation rarely comes wrapped in comfort. Sometimes the absence of signs is the biggest sign of all. A reset this massive cannot be spoon-fed. It has to be sensed. It has to be earned. You didn't stumble across this video. The universe placed it here for a reason. Maybe you've been feeling disconnected. Maybe everything familiar is starting to feel hollow. That's not a breakdown. That's a signal. And over the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through 8 urgent truths about this 25/25 portal, what it means, how it works, and why what you do in the next 72 hours could permanently alter your timeline. But what's waiting in Chapter 7 is the most important part. Because once you understand this final revelation, you'll never look at your daily patterns the same way again. So stay with me. Like, subscribe, and don't look away. Because if you walk past this portal half awake, you may never find your way back to the path that was meant for you. Chapter 1. The mirror within the mirror. Why this portal is a reflection loop. Now that you're here, let's begin where this portal truly opens. Not in the sky, but in the mirror. July 25th, 25th of July. A perfect numerical reflection, a mirror of self within a mirror of time. But this isn't about repeating numbers on a clock or finding patterns in dates. This is a spiritual recursion event, a portal within a portal. It's rare and it doesn't operate like the others. Because unlike most energetic gateways that bring new instructions, this one does something far more dangerous. It brings your old instructions back. You might wonder, but I already went through that. Why is it showing up again? That's exactly what this portal is built to expose. It's not a failure. It's a review, a divine audit. The universe isn't asking what you've learned in theory, it's checking what you've integrated in your frequency. Think of it like software. You can download the update, but if you haven't installed it, your system still runs the old code. This portal is here to see if you're still operating from fear, people-pleasing, or delayed self-worth, even if your words say you've evolved. So don't be surprised if old triggers, X's, memories, or patterns resurface this week. You're not being dragged backwards. You're being scanned. If a past wound reopens, it's not to punish you. It's to make sure you're not still bleeding beneath the bandage. This is the part of the timeline where energy loops start to close, but only if you stop pretending you've already healed. That same conversation, that same inner conflict, that same choice you once avoided, it's here again for one reason, to reveal whether you've truly changed or just learned to endure. Because this portal isn't about what's next, it's about what's unfinished, and it won't let you pass until you face it fully. Chapter 2. Why the signs have gone silent and what's actually talking to you. Let's keep moving deeper. By now you may have noticed something strange, like your intuition has static in it, like the signs that used to scream at you, angel numbers, synchronicities, gut instincts, have all gone strangely quiet. You're not imagining it. And no, you're not disconnected. You're being redirected into a different frequency band. This portal doesn't speak the way others have. It doesn't show up with glitter, feathers, or mirror numbers. It shows up in gaps, in glitches, in ghosted clarity. You might be asking, but why would the universe go silent now, when I need it most? And the answer is, because this isn't a moment for interpretation. It's a test of vibration. When the signal shifts from external signs to internal frequency, only those aligned within can hear the code. Think of it like a radio station you used to pick up clearly. But now the frequency has moved, and only those tuned in with precise stillness can feel what's actually being said. This is spiritual encryption. The guidance hasn't stopped. It's just changed format. It's no longer giving you symbols to decode with your mind. It's giving you interference to calibrate your field. Missed calls, delays, emotional numbness, plans falling through. These are not accidents. These are broadcasts. You're not being ignored. You're being filtered for signal clarity. The portal is watching how you respond to the silence, because silence is the new signal. And within that silence, something massive is trying to reveal itself. Something we'll return to in Chapter 7. Because the signal hasn't stopped. It's just no longer visual. It's visceral. And if you keep listening with your old senses, you'll miss the very message that could change your direction forever. Chapter 3. Shadow is the spotlight. Why you're meant to be uncomfortable. Here's where most people misunderstand what healing actually looks like, especially inside a portal like 25/25. You've been conditioned to chase light, chase peace, chase a spiritual high that feels clean and calm. But this portal doesn't offer that. It doesn't coddle you. It cuts you open. It's not the glow up. It's the gutting. So when your emotions start acting out, when your mind spins, when you feel triggered by people or memories you thought you'd buried years ago, stop and ask yourself, what if this discomfort isn't failure, but feedback? Because that's exactly what it is. This portal doesn't shine light to make you feel good. It reverses the light so you can finally see what's been hiding beneath your spiritual performance. Think of it like this. Imagine you've been cleaning your house with the lights on, but the mess always hides in the shadows. Now someone flips the entire light inward. Suddenly, everything you pushed into the corners, the ignored feelings, the unresolved grief, the suppressed rage, is lit up from the inside. Not for shame, but for clearing. That weird dream, that random wave of guilt, that moment of crying for no reason. These aren't malfunctions. They're messages. The portal is peeling off your coping strategies like old wallpaper, exposing what you've painted over instead of processed. So if your piece feels broken, you're not off path. You're right in the middle of the recalibration. And the more raw it gets, the more real you become. Because this isn't the portal for perfect versions of you. It's the one that finally breaks the performance so the truth underneath can finally breathe. Chapter 4. Your nervous system already felt it, before you even knew. Before your mind could form a single thought about this shift, your body already knew. It always does. That sudden restlessness before bed, the strange way food either repulses you or becomes your only comfort, the numbness that lingers even after a full night's sleep. Those aren't mood swings. They're timeline indicators. Your nervous system is your first line of spiritual communication, and during the 25/25 portal, it's broadcasting messages before your consciousness even catches up. This energy doesn't speak in words. It speaks in symptoms. It uses the rhythm of your breath, the way your shoulders tighten, the way your chest expands or contracts when someone enters the room. It's subtle but exact, and it doesn't lie. If your surroundings are out of alignment, if your energy is entangled with things you've outgrown, your nervous system won't quietly tolerate it. It will sound the alarm through fatigue, overstimulation, avoidance, cravings, or unexplained irritability. You might ask, but how do I know if it's the portal or just me being off? The answer is simple. It's always both. Because your nervous system doesn't create stories, it reflects resonance. And when a portal of this magnitude opens, your body will reject anything you've been spiritually pretending is fine. Now here's what most will overlook. The most crucial energetic feedback isn't coming from your big decisions. It's coming from your tiny habits. That 10-second reflex, that distracted scroll, that one moment in your morning you keep skipping. These are micro rituals, and they're being recorded. We'll return to this in Chapter 7, but for now, trust that your body is already guiding you out of the static and into signal. You just have to start listening before your mind starts explaining. Chapter 5. The loop is closing, and only one version of you will continue. There's something different about this portal, something final. Most energetic shifts give you space to negotiate, to recalibrate slowly, to stumble your way toward a new vibration, but not this one. 25/25 doesn't offer a soft transition, it offers a severance, a spiritual boundary drawn in cosmic ink. One version of you is walking forward, and one version is being left behind forever. And here's what no one tells you. Both versions are still inside you. The one who settles, the one who hesitates, the one who fears loneliness more than misalignment, but also the one who's ready, the one who's been quietly shedding for months, the one who's tired of repeating old loops and calling it growth. This portal forces a choice, not just externally but vibrationally. You may feel the universe tugging relationships, routines, even parts of your identity out of your hands right now. You might ask, why is this falling away when I thought it was finally stable? Because this portal isn't asking what you're emotionally attached to, it's asking what your frequency can no longer tolerate. What leaves now isn't being stolen. It's being removed because your next timeline can't support its weight. This is spiritual extraction, not abandonment. You're not being punished, you're being rerouted, but only if you let go of what's trying to end. Don't romanticize what's expired. Don't call nostalgia alignment. What's gone quiet, what's faded, what's glitching in your spirit, it's done. Let it be. Because the loop is closing, and only the version of you aligned with truth, not performance, gets to walk through what's next. Chapter 6. Why you must say nothing. The power of silent frequency. If you've been feeling the urge to pull away, to cancel plans, to stay quiet even when you could speak, trust that pull. It's not avoidance, it's alignment. The 25th of 25th portal is not calling you into solitude for comfort. It's calling you into energetic isolation for complete recalibration. And in this phase, silence is not absence, it's activation. See, when a frequency upgrade is happening, language becomes a liability. Every word you speak about your transformation gives it shape before it's fully formed, and anything shaped too soon becomes limited. That's why you're not meant to explain yourself right now. Not to your friends, not to your partner, not even to yourself. This shift isn't intellectual, it's electrical. Your energy is rewriting itself, and if you try to describe it too soon, you'll shrink it down to something your past self can understand. You might wonder, but won't people misunderstand me if I go quiet? Yes, and that's the point. Their misunderstanding is your protection. The people who are meant to align with your next vibration will feel it, without needing proof, justification, or explanation. The rest? Let them wonder. You are not required to narrate your rebirth. Let your presence speak for you. Let your boundaries hum in the background. Let your absence whisper the truth louder than words ever could. You're not becoming less visible. You're becoming undeniable to the ones with eyes to feel it. So stay off the radar, stay off the hook, stay sacred, because silence isn't your weakness, it's your armor. And during this portal, the quieter you become, the louder your frequency gets. Chapter 7. Secret Reveal. The Daily Pattern. That's coding your timeline. Don't miss this. This is the moment we've been moving toward. The reason the signs went quiet. The reason your body responded before your mind could name it. The reason your old wounds came knocking and your voice felt safer in silence. It all leads here, to the truth this portal has been whispering all along. You are not being judged by your intentions. You are being coded by your repetitions. The 25th portal doesn't care what you plan to manifest. It's not waiting on your full moon ritual or your carefully curated affirmations. It's watching your daily defaults. The scroll you don't question, the late night loops you surrender to, the moments you say just one more time when you already know it's over. These tiny habits, often overlooked, brushed off, minimized, are exactly what the portal is using to map your future. You might ask, how can something so small hold that much weight? Because in the energetic realm, consistency equals commitment. The universe reads repetition as your truest vote. Not the words you say, not the posts you share, but the patterns you live, quietly and consistently. That's your real signature. That's your true spiritual identity. So if you've been waiting for a big breakthrough or a divine sign that you're ready for your next chapter, this is it. Not in the form of a prophecy, but in the form of a mirror, showing you the rituals you've unknowingly rehearsed. Your timeline isn't shaped by what you claim. It's shaped by what you repeat. So if you want this portal to open something new, it starts in the smallest places. The moment you reach for something different, the moment you break a cycle instead of reenact it, the moment you choose presence over pattern, because that's what turns vibration into destiny. And now you know. This portal didn't come to inspire you. It came to reprogram you. What you do in silence, in habit, in repetition, that's what decides your next reality. So if this message resonated deep in your bones, it's not random, it's a signal. You were meant to hear this before the gate seals. If you felt seen, understood, or awakened by anything in this video, drop the number 77 in the comments so I know you're aligned. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and remember, this portal isn't coming back. What you choose now becomes who you are.